And this is the second book in these Violent Doll. Okay, my lighting's really good right now, and I have to move to mess it up again. Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to do my end of the year book haul. Obviously the end of the year is done, but considering I was buying books up until like the very last day of the year, I couldn't film this until now. So even though it is going up probably like a couple weeks late, this will be all the books that I've either purchased or received from July to December, and if it is a gift then I will mention that, and I will leave the gifters channel or information down below if they have the things. So yeah, we're just gonna hop on into it because I have 38 books to talk about, so I'm gonna be pretty quick with it. I'm basically just going to say the book, if I've read it or if I didn't read it, what my rating was if I have read it, and if it was a gift or not. And yeah, so I'm not really going to go into any synopses, and yeah. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So the first book is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth, and I got this because it was our Book Since the 90s August pick, and I actually gave this no rating. So yeah, this was a very weird time, but yeah, I should have the live show. I can have it linked in the description, maybe if I don't forget. So if you want to hear all of our thoughts on that, check the description. The live show link may or may not be there. So the next book is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, and this was a gift from my friend Steph over at Steph's Bookish World. This was a gift for my birthday, so thank you to Steph for gifting this to me. I'm really excited to pick this up, and I think we're probably going to be doing a buddy read of this sometime this year, so really excited to have this. So next we have Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Mansala, and this was another Book Since the 90s pick. This was our pick for September, and this is a cozy mystery. I think I ended up giving this like 3.5, maybe 4 stars. It was a really fun and quick read. A lot of good recipes in here, and there are recipes in the back if you want to ever try some of these out. Again, may or may not have the live show linked in the description. Next we have Legendborn by Tracy Dion, and this was gifted to me by my friend Belisa over at Belisa Renee, and this was gifted for my birthday, so thank you to Belisa for gifting this to me. This is one of Belisa's all-time favorite books, so I'm excited to hopefully pick this up this year. Next we have Strange the Dreamer by Lainey Taylor, and this was also gifted to me by my friend Sarah over at Sarah Lorraine Reads, and she gifted me this stunning paperback edition. I actually do own the hardback edition, but it's looking kind of ugly, so I wanted the one that had the big moth on it, and I absolutely love this cover, and hopefully I can actually read this book this year. I have been wanting to read this book since like 2019 and just haven't done it yet, so maybe this is the year for Strange the Dreamer. So these next two actually came together, and they're both from Justine, so shout out to Justine for gifting these to me. She got these for me for my birthday, and the first one that she got me was Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Oseman, and I actually have read this, and before I got this I did actually read it when it was the online version where you could like scroll through it. These had been already published, but I just found a link for where she had been updating it constantly as it was going, so I was able to read this that way, and I really loved it. I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars, so I'm really excited to own a copy of this. And then the second book that she sent me was Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maharan, and this book sounds so good. I'm so excited to pick this one up, so thank you to Justine for both of these books. I I'm excited to read this one again, and I'm excited to read this one soon. The next book that we have is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kimmerer, and this was very kindly gifted to me by Jess over at Spill Tea and Read for my birthday as well, and I am super excited to pick this up. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I'm sure most of you know that A Court of Thorns and Roses is my absolute favorite series of all time. And since that is also a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I figured, why would I not like another one? So hopefully I can get to this one this year as well. So I'm super excited for this. The next book on this list is the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. I actually listened to this on audiobook and I absolutely loved it. I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars, and I went to Books A Million one day and saw that they had it on the bargain table and it was $6.97. So I just had to get it because I just loved it so much that I wanted to have a physical copy of it. And so yeah, I'm excited to I will probably end up reading this again physically, and hopefully I love it just as much as I did the first time. The next book that we have on this list is While We Were Dating by Jasmine Guillory, and I have read a few of Jasmine Guillory's books in the past and I've absolutely loved them, and so I figured why not pick up her newest one, and so I'm super excited to read this hopefully pretty soon. The next book that is on this list is Verity by Colleen Hoover, and this was gifted to me for my birthday from my friend Riley, who does not have any book things, but she did gift this to me for my birthday and I did end up reading it. It was my very first Colleen Hoover book. I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I really loved this book and I'm so happy that she got this for me and I read it and enjoyed it. The next book on this list is Misery by Stephen King, and this was our Book Since the 90s December book club pick, and I ended up giving this 1 star. I absolutely hated this book, and yeah, that's really it. So yeah. The next book on this list is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, and this was another Book Since the 90s book club pick. This was our pick for October, and I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was so good. There's so many absolutely stunning quotes in this book, and yeah, it's a very short book, but it's very good, and I highly recommend this book. So the next book is probably my favorite book of this year, and that is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I read this and gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely stunning book. I absolutely loved this so much, and I can't wait to read more about Ali Hazelwood in the future. She is definitely probably going to be an autobiography author for me, so yeah. She also has 3 novellas and a full-length novel coming out this year, so I'm super excited for that, and it's just gonna be a good year. So these next 2 books actually go hand in hand because I did end up reading them for a video that I did here on my channel that I will have linked in the iCard. And so that is The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson and Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. And I ended up reading these because my friend Sarah over at Sarah Reads, we did like a video collab where we picked 2 books for the other person to read and see how they would like them, and she did a very good job. I ended up giving The Kind Worth Killing 4 stars and Punk 57 5 stars. I enjoyed both of these. The Kind Worth Killing is definitely one that I probably would not have picked up on my own, but I did really enjoy the story, so I'm happy that I was able to get out of my comfort zone a little bit with that video and find something that I did enjoy. And we all knew I was gonna love Punk 57, so there's not really a surprise there. So the next book on this list is The Ex Hex by Erin Sterling, and I read this and I think I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. The more I thought about it, the less I liked it, if I'm being completely honest, and I just found that it's very forgettable. So 3 stars, nothing great. So yeah, I got this off of Book of the Month, and I was expecting it to be really cute, and it just was not what I wanted. The next book is The Perishing by Natasha Dion, and this is a like literary fiction or like historical type of book. I have not read this, but the premise sounds really good and I'm so excited to hopefully pick this up sometime soon. So the next book on this list is also one of my all-time favorite books ever, and that is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. And I actually was gifted an ARC of this, but I did have to go out and buy a finished copy because I loved the book just that much. And so yeah, I gave this 5 stars. No surprise there. I'm a Tessa Bailey stan over on this channel, so had to get it. And her second book in the series, called Hook, Line, and Sinker, comes out later this year, and I'm so excited to pick that up. So the next book to talk about is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, and I really enjoyed this book. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. There was a few things about it that just didn't hit for me, which is why it wasn't a 5-star, but this book is still very good. It probably has one of my favorite dedications, I think, of all time. It's literally the only tab that I have in this book. Not that I didn't find this book tab worthy, but that just really hit. And it says, "To those chasing dreams, never give up on them. We are not quitters, you hear me?" And I love that. I love that. So yep, picked this up for the dedication alone, and Aaron Blackford for number 2. So the next book on this list is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, and this is a very short holiday romance. It's very much like Ted Lasso. I did end up reading this as a buddy read with Belisa and Sarah, and I ended up giving this book 3 stars. This has definitely been my least favorite Tessa Bailey that I have read, but I still love her and I will still be reading her books. But this one just fell a little bit short, especially considering I have read some other things by her that did happen to be a lot better. The next book is another book that I found one random trip and found it on the bargain section. I think the next couple are actually ones that I found in the bargain section, so super excited. And so the first one is the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, and like I said, I found this on bargain. It was $4.97, and this condition is absolutely perfect, just about. There's nothing even wrong with it. Like, normally on the bargain table they'll have like dots either somewhere like on like the top or the bottom, and it doesn't even have that. Like, it's literally in phenomenal condition. So yeah, I was making my way through the Shadowhunter books again, and maybe I will continue that this upcoming year. This next one was again another one that I found on the bargain table at Books A Million, and I just knew that when I saw it I had to get it because I knew the next time that I went it was not going to be there, and that is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor in the absolutely stunning red paperback edition. So it does match the one that Sarah got me, so I'm so excited to finally have the second book and have a matching set. And it was only $3.97, so I knew that I had to get it again in just about perfect condition. There is a little like print or like dirt or something, like ink possibly, on the top. You probably can't even see it, but it's so minimal that it doesn't even like matter. But yeah, I'm so excited to have the complete duology of this, and who knows, maybe I'll end up binge reading the whole thing this year, so we'll see. The next book is A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair, and I've had my eye on this book for literally so long. It is a Hades and Persephone retelling, and I'm so excited to pick this up. I'm supposed to be reading it in January, so we'll see if I can actually get to it, but fingers crossed that I do. The next book on this list is Happy Singles Day by Anne Marie Walker, and I saw this one day like randomly in Barnes & Noble, and I ended up not getting it then, but then Amazon was having a sale, so it was in my Amazon wish list, and so I just decided to pick it up. And plus I have been growing my physical romance collection, so I was excited to see that this was on sale and pick it up, and I'm hoping to really love this once I end up reading it. The next book is also probably one of my favorites from 2021, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by B.E. Schwab. And I don't remember if I ordered this. I feel like I did, but this book was absolutely stunning. I listened to it on audiobook while following along, and it definitely enhanced the reading experience, and I gave this 5 stars. It was absolutely phenomenal. And if you are looking for a happily ever after, then I definitely do not suggest this book. The next book is The Poppy War by R.F. Kong, and I absolutely love the hardback edition, and I saw that Amazon was having it in a sale that they were doing, so I knew that I had to pick it up. Plus, the hardback edition is so hard to find, so I just knew that I had to get it. So I will have to see about finding the other 2 books in hardback, but super excited for this. I cannot wait to read this. I'm expecting to get to it this year, but we'll see. The next book on this list is Fable by Adrienne Young, and again, this is part of that same sale, so I picked this up. My friend Allie really enjoyed this book when she read it, and I've heard very good things about it. Plus, I just absolutely love the cover. It's absolutely stunning, and it's a pirate book, and I haven't read, I don't think, any pirate books actually, and so I'm excited to read this and hopefully love it. Again, a part of that same order, we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I've heard nothing but mixed things on this actually. You either love it or you hate it. It was all over Book Talk, and so I decided to pick it up and see if maybe I would love it. So looking forward to possibly reading this one this year as well. The next book on this list is Fix Her Up, also by Tessa Bailey. And like I said, I have been trying to grow my romance collection, and I have read this book, and I really enjoyed this book. So I figured why not go ahead and pick it up. Again, part of the sale. So decided to grab this one to add to my collection. My romance collection is almost a whole shelf, so super excited. Hopefully we'll be growing my romance collection some more. Before this last year, I really mainly only read like fantasy, so I never thought I'd be like a romance reader, but here we are. The next book is The Highland Fling by Megan Quinn, and I actually just started reading Megan Quinn in 2021, and I absolutely love her books. All of the ones that I've read have been very good. I think there's probably like one maybe that I didn't really like, but every book of hers that I've read has been anywhere between 3 to 5 stars, and so I'm super excited to pick this one up. I knew that I needed to start collecting Megan Quinn books, so I figured I'd go ahead and start with The Highland Fling. The next book on this list is All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Again, part of that same sale. I ended up getting 2 books of hers in that same sale because they were like around 50% off. So I got another one of hers that I will talk about after this one. But I'm super excited to read her books. I heard she is the queen of slow burn, so I'm excited to see how I fare against the queen of slow burn, because if you know me, you know that I do not like slow burn books. So, and of course, after All Roads Lead Here, we have From Lukov with Love, and I've heard absolutely nothing but fantastic things about this book, so I'm excited to hopefully pick it up soon. And yeah, it's very thick. All of Mariana Zapata books are super thick, so I'm just concerned because like over 500 pages of slow burn, I don't know. So next we have The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, and I've heard very good things about this book. I'm excited to read it. However, I did hear very bad things about the main guy. I think his name is Josh or Ethan. So I've heard very bad things about Ethan, so I'm definitely excited to see if those are true or if I like him. I heard he's very toxic, so we'll see. The next book is Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong, and this is the second book in the These Violent Delights duology. and I'm super excited to pick this up. I think me and Sarah possibly talked about doing a buddy read of this, so I am very excited. I read These Violent Delights and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars, so I'm excited to pick this one up and pick up where we left off with Roma and Juliet. The next book on this list is an absolute chonker, and that is Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff, and this book is literally so big. But this was on sale for an Amazon sale and I had to get it. Plus this cover is absolutely stunning. I have zero idea what this book is about, but did I get it because it has a pretty cover? Yes. Did I get it because it has pictures on the inside? Also yes. Hopefully the story on the inside is good as well. I have read a book by J. Kristoff before and I really enjoyed it, so I expect to hopefully like this one as well. Plus I'm familiar with his writing style and he does often use footnotes, so it'll be interesting to see how this book compares to a book by his that I have read in the past. Okay, so the next book was another gift, and that is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim, and this was gifted to me by Valisa for Christmas. So thank you, Valisa, for gifting me this book. I've had my eye on it for a while and I'm so excited to hopefully pick it up soon. I'm pretty sure this is like a Mulan retelling, maybe I could be mistaking, but I absolutely adore this cover and I'm so excited to read this book. And we have finally come to the last book in this video, and that is King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. And yeah, I saw it and I had to get it. Like yeah, that's really it. That's really it. I know it's about vampires and like a forced marriage maybe, but that's really it. And I had to have it. So it was a Christmas gift to myself, so thank you to me, I guess. All right, so that is all 38 books that I either bought or received between July 1st and December 31st. And yeah, I'm definitely probably going to be on a book buying ban, but when I'm filming this, it's still very early in the year and I've already bought like 2 books. So don't know when that'll be going into effect, but hopefully soon. But yeah, like I said, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. You don't have to. It would be awesome if you did though. I will have all of my social medias linked down in the description if you want to follow me or be friends, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!